Hello everybody, we are live, starting a bit late today, but I'm not sure, my game may have frozen. I've been sitting here for a few minutes, trying to load up oh, there, hey, I've been sitting for a while now, it's gone again, trying to load this up. Anyway, we're diving into some coaching stuff today. Oh shit, oh, there we go, we're back again, alright, good. We're diving into some coaching stuff today. So yeah, sorry again for starting a bit late, but nevertheless, we got two games we're going to cover today. Oh, here's the sound back. Hooray. And the sound might be extremely loud, so bear with me before I turn the sound game. We get into the game. It might blast your ears off now in a second when this fills up. It's not too bad. Okay, I think I got it down before it got loud, so we're all good. Let's remove the timeline as well. Alright, that will do, that will do, that will do. But yeah, I was feeling a bit down this morning. I was just like not feeling the best. So, oh shit, this is running like absolute wank. I don't know what's up. Don't know what's up. But anyway, wasn't feeling the best this morning. So I took like a morning off. I was like, I'm not going to do any videos. Not going to work on anything this morning. Just give myself a bit of a break, bit of breathing room. It's very nice. I was watching some Star Trek stuff from Yogscast, which is very enjoyable, very lighthearted, nerdy stuff. And yeah, then I was slightly late coming to start the stream, hence the late start. We're here now. This replay is coming in from the Malfurion, from Thomwolf. So this is like Diamond 3 level game. So his team, he's playing on Malf. He's got an ETC to Haka frontline, Gul'dan, Vala backline, the enemy team. It's Diablo tank, Rag as well. Uther for their support, and then Task Tracer. Lovely combo right there. Okay, his main points and questions to look at in this particular game, and that's always a helpful thing to do, like when you're sending in a coaching game. If you want like a couple of big things addressed or looked at, that will help me. You know, help you more, basically. So it's like, it feels like in Diamond 3, as opposed to in Diamond 4 or 5, there's a lot more shot callers in each game. Don't know if it's because high Diamond low master people get placed there or what. Anyway, things get a lot less coordinated. I actually can address that right now. That was the case before everyone was placed into Diamond 3 maximum. So anyone that would have been placed Diamond 3 or above, so Diamond 2, 1, Master League, Grandmaster, no matter what your actual skill level was, at the start of all the previous seasons, Diamond 3 was the maximum place you could start. So Diamond 3 was an absolute shit show at the start of every season. Now you can get places as high as 1,000 master points. And in my experience, that's been actually a lot better. I think this season has been a lot better. Because, you know, sure, you would... I'm still at the point... I'm personally, obviously, at a point where I'd be placed higher. But it's not as much of an issue because it's nowhere near as far to climb. And you get more reasonable game quality overall than you were getting before. It was far too chaotic before and a bad grind. But yeah, so that wouldn't be as much of an issue anymore. People that are in Diamond 3 ought to be Diamond 3, roughly speaking. I mean, there's always some flexibility, especially at the start of the season. There's always flexibility. I mean, at any point in the season, but they should roughly be of that skill level. Like you wouldn't get any, you know, you wouldn't get many master. Or you wouldn't get any probably Grandmasters in Diamond 3 anymore. Not much anyway. Right. So yeah, but noticing there's a lot more shot callers in each game. I'm also not sure about that, but that's always a problem when multiple people want to shot call. I mean, you'd think the team captain would be the person that would shot call the most, or the one that you would cede shot calling to, because they are in theory the highest skill cap player in the team, or if someone's performing very well. I'm not really sure how you can deal with that. Like, if people think they are the best and insist on shot calling and ignoring the other, and you've got multiple people that do the same thing, everyone thinks they're the best and they're making different shot calls, and they're like, everyone must follow mine, and no one's following each other. Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. I would suspect it's probably... Off the top of my head, I can't think of any reason why you get a particular amount of shot callers in Diamond 3 as opposed to Diamond 4 or 5. So I would just suspect it's just been your particular string of luck recently. It's just been a weird swing of luck. Anyway, things get a lot less coordinated. Everyone wants to shot call or rotate their own way. In this match, ETC was our primary shot caller. He made smart calls that she followed, but our Vala made conflicting calls, rotated badly all game. Didn't tilt much, but I did go off on her at one point when she might have split us and lost us the game. My question is, how can you best approach multiple shot callers in high-level games and make a jittery team rotate together? Alright, yeah, we'll definitely focus on that. You said other features as well. There's Dahaka picking isolation. There's uber aggressive mouth positioning. And crazy split team fights. Okay, yeah, so we'll focus on all that sort of stuff as we go. I'm curious to see what's going to happen now. I'm curious to see. Let me get the chat back up. There we go. What's been 7 minutes? We're live, right? We are live. Surely. Oh yeah, and yeah, I'm going to be playing on Squadron later as well. Actually, the game sound's gone a little bit low, hasn't it? Let's turn it up a little bit more so I can hear it. That seems good. There we go.
5.
Okay, that's significantly louder.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. I mean, right at the start of the game, I mean, both teams have got fairly reasonable-ish team comps. We'll see how it goes. We're going to have a Q build Vala, alright. Rush build Dahaka. Corruption build Gul'dan. Alright, I mean, yeah, in that fight, pretty split focus. ETC CC's one person, Dahaka misses his tongue. So that's sort of the stuff that you're looking for. You've obviously got some very powerful mid-team fight engage. There we go. That's what you're looking for. With the ETC and the Dahaka, that's pretty powerful pick potential. So you do have a lot of that going on, and that's good to see that in action. Your main goal is the Malf. Obviously, Dahaka is going to be fairly solo. You can reasonably split, you know, one of your other heroes off solo as well. You're going to Hearthstone at this point. Yeah, I suppose you can. I mean, it means you're not going to push any advantage off the Uther dying, but you're not giving up that much either. Everyone's in their lanes. There's not too much happening. Might have been nice to pop down with that Gul'dan. Yeah, he's actually dying. I was going to say the Gul'dan could have maybe used some help there initially in the lane. He does die. Might have been worthwhile to pop down with the Gul'dan to give him a little bit of support before you left. Ah, you had a refresh bug. Yeah, you guys, you might need to refresh the stream. It might not always display straight away. I don't know. Hello, though. Hello to everybody. Hello, hello. Alright, yeah. So your main goal here, you don't want to do anything too crazy. You just want to keep that Vala alive. Lovely. Alright, keep her topped up on mana. Just let her wave clear. Now, that's bad news. Dahaka dying solo is bad news. This is good for you to rotate up, just to soak that until he gets back. You're not going to have to do too much, actually. Alright, Dahaka's going to brush stock in. I like this. This is nice. That's a good move. So you're waiting. That's a good route as well. Setting him up for Dahaka. Can Dahaka land the tongue? He does. Alright, mistake there from you. Ooh. Well, so you attacked a minion, I'm pretty sure. And you're slightly slow on the W cast. That was the point where that's just a small execution thing, right? You caught him out very well. You had a really good idea that we should go in and gank him right here. That was a great idea. It's just purely a problem of execution then at that point. It's a problem of execution at that point. You had the right idea, set it up really well with a route, then it was following up that route with consistent damage output. That's where you slightly fell apart, because you would have got the kill. You would have got the kill if you hit that. You want to get back and tap a well very urgently. Ooh. Yeah, so you've got no mana to actually heal people, and you have your well available, so you would have wanted to be getting back towards a well as soon as you can. So that's kind of one of your big priorities. Vala's actually Hearthstone, so yeah, you've lost this then. You've lost this, you definitely want to run away. Yeah, that was an interesting situation in that fight there. I mean, going into this tribute fight, you want to be very conscious of your fountain, and you do want to pop back and use it, especially when there's a lull, right? Because if the lull isn't such that you're actually going to be able to take the tribute, if it's not that much of a lull, like you're going to get good position, you don't actually have the position to take it, that's a good time to pop back and take your well so that you'll be ready to refight it when the next fight does happen. People are getting picked off a lot in the lanes. They're dying an awful lot in the lanes. One of the big problems is that the Haka is losing so badly to Ragnaros. I'm not familiar with the lane, but I would assume that he ought not to lose too badly. Alright, we've gone for a Moonfire build. Cool. Yeah, you found a Diablo in the bush with you there. Found a Diablo friend. Yeah, focusing on the Uther there is perhaps not the best. Nice, no, it did work out. Good follow by ETC. I was thinking the Vala obviously couldn't quite follow that one. So it might have been better to focus on the Diablo instead, but you got the Uther kill, and that's good. And it's nicely timed with the tribute as well. Gul'dan dies down bottom. Yeah, I mean, people are just dying solo. People just don't know how to solo lane. So, I mean, that's just nothing much you can do about that. Missed the root right there. He's going to die anyway. Now, Vala is not here. Very not here. Whereas Tassadar ought to be able to interrupt you pretty easily. No, never mind. He's not gonna. I was thinking they could have rotated up pretty easily and tried to stop you there, but they didn't. So that's good. He even has range on a Psystorm, but no, didn't interrupt. So that's nice. All right. 1-1 in terms of tributes. Talk about me being on Squadron tonight. I'm gonna be on Squadron tonight. We're gonna do Team League. It's gonna be fun. All right, going for a boss call. This is definitely risky. This is definitely risky, but someone exploiting the global. Okay, cool. It worked out. The global of the Haka allowing him to come down bottom to the boss and then rotate up. So that's fairly nice. I mean, always the nicest time would always be with like 2 tributes, because then you can get a free curse off of it and enhance the boss. But this works as well. Should be a nice little XP lead coming up to level 10, hopefully, if we play it right. You definitely want to be healing that Gul'dan a little bit sooner. Yeah, I mean, because your heal is a heal over time, you want to heal him a bit fairly preemptively there. Like, you want to get that heal up on it, because you know he's going to take damage shortly. So you want to make sure that you've got that damage coming out quickly. Mr. Root. Oh, you were chasing this far too much. Like, sure, you've killed the Diablo, but the concern is what's happening to your team in the meantime. You are the support. Alright, your team is winning it. That's good. That's good. That was definitely an overchase by you on the Diablo. Because there's still the fight happening, and that fight could have still potentially gone quite wrong, especially because you didn't have vision on it. Weren't quite sure, of course, what was happening. It's not really worth it chasing that Diablo. That could be a mistake that could cost you very hard. Because, I mean, it's all well and good you just completely leaving the team fight, chasing down and killing the Diablo. But, I mean, it's all well and good until you lose the team fight because the support's not there. You know, you don't have that silence because you got it during the fight. You don't have that for the Tracer. You know, you don't have the heal that will top up that Vala and let her keep fighting. Something along those lines, you know. You're so much more valuable to come to the fight. The Diablo is gone from the fight. He's on, was it like 5% HP, 5% mana? He had nothing. He's gone from the fight. So, you know, killing him gets you a bit of XP. But that's basically it at this point. That's basically it. It's just a bit of XP. So is it worth getting a little bit of XP? He's already gone from the fight. You want to make sure that you're going to win the fight before you do. You know, I'd say it's not worth chasing that Diablo kill at all. You want to stick with your team, and you want to... Yeah, it's nice silence on the Tracer. Alright, good, she does go down. Close. Swear I've been wearing the same shirt and hoodie for the last 3 streams. It's been the same hoodie, it's not the same shirt though. That's for sure. Because I literally just took this out of the wash this morning. So I can guarantee, well, I also can guarantee it is the same hoodie. It's my favorite hoodie. It's the Heroes of the Storm hoodie, actually. Alright. Again, you're extremely focused on killing people. So I wasn't paying attention there because I was answering the hoodie, but I do spot that the Haka obviously died substantially before, so you guys were way out of position. But you're extremely focused on attacking as Malfurion, far too focused on attacking. Like, right there, you're going into a fight, and you're so focused on killing Tassadar, who's extremely difficult to kill. that your Vala dies behind you and you haven't even noticed. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually rewind that. Let's rewatch that bit. Let's go back like a minute and let's check that out again. I want to see that bit again. So what exactly went down here? How does the hacker even die? So you guys are fighting in mid. Let's just take control of the camera. Is he literally gonna solo die? You know, he just missed isolation. Alright. Wow. Good job. Good job, son. Yeah, your Dahaka sucks, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he sucks a lot. At this point, you've lost this tribute. Your Dahaka is dead, and he's also got no heroic, and you've got no heroic. So you probably want to give this one up. Yeah, so you can see you're super focused on this. In the meantime, the Rag has arrived and the Diablo Titan. But she's going to die either way. I mean, you guys are just too far forwards, basically. But you're tunneling a bit too much on the kill instead of keeping your fellows alive. But yeah, going into this fight, I mean, Dahaka's just died by playing terrible. He's just solo died, which is an awful mistake. You've lost the tribute because of that. There's no way for you to fight it, especially not without Twilight Dream. And even if he does return alive, you could maybe delay the tribute and then the hacker burrows in. You're still going to be missing 2 of your heroics, so it's still going to be pretty difficult to fight. So that's just a fight you wouldn't really want to take, unfortunately. Wow, that's the hacker's vision, isn't it? Oh no, you were looking at the hacker. So yeah, in that situation, I mean, you guys had plenty of time, just kind of tunnel vision without spotting that the hacker had died. Obviously, 4v5, you just give up the objective. It's not worth it. They're probably doing the boss. However, I don't believe you can fight that. No, you can't. Look, Dahaka's got 21 seconds on Brush Stalker. He's too far away. Vala's not quite there either. This is an extreme risk. You're too far forwards as Mal. He's Diablo extremely slow to punish you right there. So the only reason you survived, right there, you just, in a higher level game, you just probably made such a big mistake as to give the enemy team a massive lead. A massive lead that would be very difficult to come back for. You like ran face first into Diablo. The only reason Diablo didn't E and Q you back into the middle of his team, and then you would be dead, probably. I mean, you've got Ice Block, but you're almost definitely dead. Dahaka's still running up. He's not there. It would have been an absolutely awful spot. I mean, Ragnaros also has the option to use Molten Core. I'm not sure if he will. But yeah, the Diablo is just way too slow, and he fluffed up his abilities completely. Tastar even force-walled him out. But yeah, against a better team, like, you would instantly be punished for that and be left in a really, really bad spot. You've actually pushed them off the boss. That's extremely weak play from the enemy team. Oh, Gul'dan missed. Tracer lives. Ha! That's really bad play from the enemy team, man. Like, you got away with so much there. You went so deep as the Malfurion, and just the Diablo was so slow at actually punishing you. Oh my god, APOC to interrupt. Get hyped. Vala's nowhere near. Yeah, I mean, that's just Vala rotation really screwed you guys there. So Vala goes up to check the boss when the other 4 are going into the thing. That's the point where you would want to like be pinging more, you know. I gotta hold on to him. Well, I mean, that's not super useful. It's like you want to be pinging that more. Like, you guys don't want to fight for that tribute, you know what I mean? It's like you went and you took the fight in the tribute even when you know that Vala's not there. So both people are at fault. It's a really bad rotation from Vala. Because, I mean, the tribute basically cancels out the boss. Well, the curse, excuse me, basically cancels out the boss. It's more worthwhile to do that. It's very beneficial for the enemy to fight down there. Again, we've not seen Ragnaros really using Molten Core, so that's nice for you. But yeah, you guys want to be really watching out for that. Like, you're positioned far too far forwards. Like, why are the 4 of you committing to fighting over the tribute when you know Vala's not there, and then you even see her arrive at the boss and there's no one there? So obviously the enemy team are coming as 5 to fight you. Yeah, it's definitely Clown Fiesta game, alright. It's very Diamond. Like, you know, people have some alright strategies, and then there's a lot of terrible ones. Like, the enemy team splitting at this stage and all dying. It's like, what? Why? Why is Ragnarok split away? Why is Molten Core not being used? Why are they not grouping up or doing anything together? What a disaster. What a disaster. Alright, yeah, I mean, this is a great boss, and this should work out well for you guys, because this boss is going to be pushing on to keep, so you should be in a good spot. Has he just used Brush Stalker? I wasn't watching. But, this should be a nice position for you guys to, certainly moving towards their boss is okay. Priority number 1 will be to, take the next, tribute, because the next tribute will give you, Gul'dan's way out of position. You guys need to be super slow. Like, Gul'dan is nowhere near, right? You can't move in. You can't. This is a terrible idea. Alright, Tracer's down bottom. It's okay now. Tastar's down bottom. Okay, this is fine. That's extremely risky to face check there, because the enemy team could be coming up towards you. They could be ganking the Gul'dan. Like, if they find the Gul'dan on his own running up to meet you carelessly, he's gonna get killed. And then if he dies, then your advantage is thrown away. You need to make sure that the Gul'dan can rotate to you safely, and that you're not going to face check stuff without him there. That's such a risky play as well, just because Gul'dan is so far behind the rotation. Again, it's bad rotation by Gul'dan, but you need to wait for him. You can't go without him. And you can see he's still not there, so. You've been very unlucky as well, I would say, in terms of the tribute spawn. This seems to me, feels to me like a very late tribute spawn. I mean, you've taken 2 bosses, and they've both been killed in the time, and there's not been any sign of a tribute, so that does seem somewhat unlucky. Those bosses being a lot less useful than they otherwise would be, since you're neck and neck in terms of XP. Alright, so moving into this, you need to make sure that you're there with the actual damage dealers. The example right here, yeah, I'm glad to see you turning around, because obviously they could, you know, intercept the Gul'dan or the Vala at this point. They've got vision on you as well. Need to heal that Vala. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the reason you lost this fight is Dahaka, unfortunately. So again, like, this is just extremely weak play from Dahaka. It's not really the fault of the rest of the team. He's fucking burrowed out. Of course he has. Of course he has. But yeah, so what happened there is, instead of taking part in the team fight, Dahaka went and okay, right. So, everyone is running to this tribute. Your team is coming in this left point, and the enemy team is collapsing in. So there's a giant team fight happens, like, right here. Like, right in this whole choke point. Vala's coming through. She's getting dived. Massive team fight, which everyone is involved in. Instead of taking part in the team fight, the obvious team fight that is going to happen, and that you need to take part in, Dahaka goes down and he channels the tribute. Yes, he gets the curse for your team, but because Dahaka goes and channels the curse and does not take part at all in the team fight, what happens? Oh, well, this giant unavoidable team fight that just broke out, well, seeing as it was a 5v4, you killed one of them, but you lost 4 heroes. So, in fact, you're now even further behind. You know, that's extremely weak. There wasn't, unfortunately, too much you could do. I would say, in terms of what you could have done, perhaps I'd be looking at cancelling that ice block sooner and popping that Twilight Dream sooner to peel. You know, even just to save the Vala. However, I really think the defining thing is this guy. This guy is really shit at Dahaka. He's really shit. And he's honestly been costing you this game. It's nothing to do really too much with the rest of the players. Vala's made a couple of mistakes in terms of rotations, but this guy's made a couple of massive mistakes, which have cost you extremely hard. So you kind of want to hope that you don't end up with him on your team playing Dahaka again. But yeah, obviously you can see right here, you know, if that's what happens, if you go and you take the objective, you have to say, what's it worth, right? Is it worth taking this tribute and getting the curse if it means that everyone else on my team dies? Is it worth it? Obviously not. Because look, what are you going to get out of this? The lanes are going to push, but, you know, it's not really going to achieve anything. And the enemy team's just going to walk up and destroy your keep because everyone else is dead. You know, it's... Yeah, you just have to sit back and say, like, was it worthwhile to do that? Obviously not. And that's a fairly classic mistake. I mean, I think this is funny as well because, like, you know, you can see that, you know, everyone is coming up with these ideas. So, split, we need to pre-group, be wary of Oracle, or split up, ban Tracer, pick something. You know, it's all these ideas, but they're all wrong. The main thing that's happened, like, the reason that you lost that fight is because the hacker wasn't there. And he could have been... Well, no, Dahaka was there. He was perfectly in range of joining the team fight. Perfectly in range. There's nothing stopping him joining the team fight. And maybe even turning that into a win for you guys. But he chose to take the tribute instead of joining into the team fight that he ought to have. And that's why he walked away, losing 4 heroes. And the enemy team only lose 1 off the end of like a Ruinous Affliction, like Echoed Corruption hit on the task star at the end, like stacking loads of corruption. That's why he lost. It's nothing to do with the team comps. It's nothing to do with being split or pre-grouping. No, you guys were all there. You were grouped enough. There's nothing wrong with the team comp. It's purely the hacker's decision to not participate. Because 4v5 team fight is a team fight that you lose. It's that simple. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. I mean, the hacker is utter garbage. Like, now he's flaming the Fala. It's like, no. Man, I'd be so tilted in this, man. I'd be so tilted right now. I'm tilted just watching it. Like, this is the thing that drives me nuts. It's like when a shitty player starts blaming people when he's the one that's costing the team most of it. It's like, no, this guy is rubbish at the hacker, and he's completely clueless as to the fact. He's completely clueless as to the fact. The isolation pick, by the way, I don't mind it too much. He's not going to be a kill target for the enemy team, so it's fine. He should be able to survive. If he does manage to land an isolation on, you know, a Tracer or Tassadar, it's pretty valuable. He can use it to peel a little bit as well. Ragnaros is an easy target to hit, and that's good as well. So I don't mind the isolation. I think that's fine. But it's just his map movements, and then the fact that he's blaming people when he's the one that's costing you. That tilts me so much. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad, man. Alright, anyway, you guys just want to chill out until level 20. There's nothing to fight over anyway. One of the bosses up, this is what you look at. Alright, 1 minute 30 for this one. A minute for this one. It's going to be pretty close, actually. Your goal is to get level 20 before this boss, because obviously this boss, if the enemy team takes it, that will win them the game. So your goal is just to be super safe, just patiently get level 20, and be ready to fight over this boss, because you can't let the enemy team have it. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong kill feed. Alright. The wrong vision. So this is really bad position from you guys. That's all there is to it, you know. It's like, don't die and farm to level 20. You guys are in a position where you're somewhat dying. Alright, it's working out pretty well. You got a double kill. That's huge. That's huge. That's a great route on the Tracer. Very nice. Good Divine Shield. Have to question where the Divine Shield was when his 2 teammates died. Alright, this is huge. Tahaka's gone to burrow for that. It's a pretty bad call right there. That's a pretty bad call by the Dahaka. Is he gonna die? He might. Alright. So, why is this a bad call by Dahaka? What do you want to do right now? Alright. Yeah, this is Diamond 3. What do you want to do right now? Well, you've just killed basically all the enemy team. Uther is gonna resurrect, so that's good that ETC is pinging that. You want to kill the Uther again. You want to get a keep, basically, and you want to even think about getting core. Now, at this point, tributes don't matter. You can totally ignore the tributes. Both teams are on 0 out of 0. Tributes don't really matter. It's going to be an awfully long time before anyone gets a curse. Much more important are the bosses, because this boss is active, and this one is about to be active. At this point, you want to totally ignore the tribute. Let the enemy team take it. You want to take your boss, and then, depending on how fast you should take it pretty quickly. You want to take your boss. Alternatively, you could run up and take their boss. In fact, no. Yeah, I'm wrong. What you want to do in this is you want to run top, take their boss, and you want to try end the game through core. Because you want to get there, obviously, before Ragnaros can Molten Core. You should have plenty of time. So you just want to ignore everything. You want to go take their boss and push in top. The lane is already pushed, so you're going to have some minions going with you. So it should be fine. The Dahaka could have Hearthstone, cleared out these siege camps, and then burrowed up to join you, and you could have pushed in as 5 with level 20, with the boss. Would have been great. You can see now, instead, this is all over the place. At least they killed the Diablo, so that's something. But instead of turning that fight, you just, like, wiped their team. You just wiped their entire team, right? In a fight, late game, with 0 deaths of your own. Instead of transitioning that into something meaningful, it's been turned into nothing. Alright, Dahaka redeems himself with the correct call, finally. It's late, but it's okay. You should be able to do it. You want to kill these minions on the way. It really costs you nothing. You're dismounted anyway. And you've got a W build Malf, so probably should. But yeah, at least Dahaka is right. Now, it's the call is late. The call is very late, right? Because your opportunity to end the game is gone. Because basically you split your resources the wrong way. Instead of sending all of your team top to grab the boss and push it in, send Dahaka to defend and burrow brushstock top and then push it in. So that basically is the most efficient way to clear out the waves that are threatening your core and to get their boss and push in their top keep in the quickest, most effective way possible. Instead of doing that, completely split. Everyone goes everywhere, going to the tribute, multiple people are going to defend, running halfway across the map and then back again. What is the result? Instead of getting a really powerful, possibly game-ending push through the top lane with a boss, with a push lane, with the enemy team still dead, instead we're going to get a boss. It's not even going to come close to taking a keep. You've got a second boss, that's not close to taking a keep. So the boss win condition is now gone. We're now focused on, well, really team fights again, and at least you've got the opportunity, I suppose, to win through tributes, but it's it's quite clunky now instead. You're way out of position here. You're way out of position here. I mean, you're not going to push that boss to end the game. Rack is submerged, huh? That was a bad route at the end, but you did pretty well apart from that in the fight. Now, I think going into this team fight, we see the exact same mistakes that we've seen multiple times, the exact same mistakes. So number one, again, this is what I've criticized a few players over, but there is a big team fight about to erupt right here. There's this massive team fight about to start off. We've got 2 big mistakes happening. Number one, you've run down bottom to try push with the boss, which obviously doesn't make sense, right? Are you going to win the game? Because there's a tribute spawning. What is it here? There's a tribute spawning right here, and you're trying to push in with this boss. Are you going to win the game? They had everyone alive. So did you. They've got a full health keep. It's not very likely that you're going to end the game with that, going through a full health keep. They've got pretty good defenses, especially with the Ragnaros. It's quite questionable that you should. That you would actually end the game with the boss. Much more likely, like I said, the real win condition here is the tribute, so that's your priority to get, because if you get a curse, you really ought to win the game off a curse. With a curse, that's going to win you the game. And with this one, it should be easy to take as well, given the position and given that you have a boss pushing. That gives you a really good chance to take this tribute. So then it comes down to, alright, well, you know, it's really going to be then team fights over the last tribute, and if you can win that, then you're good. So, you know, it's dependent on team fights, but still. So, I mean, pushing with the boss in the first place, I don't think is a good call. But more importantly, it's like you've run down here, but your teammates are nowhere near, right? And you don't actually start coming back until the team fight is completely engaged, right? Like, the enemy team has dived in, they pop Apocalypse, and you even, like, you step further down to dodge the Apocalypse before running back up. So you're massively late to this fight. You're so late to this fight. And again, you can see it happening on the map. You can see that your teammates are not coming. And I think it's very reasonable for them to take the tribute. You need to be there. Like, you're way out of position. You're way out of position. Then mistake number 2 is that, again, your teammates focus on, again, while there's a massive team fight happening, that will determine the game. Like, if you win the team fight, you win the game, right? If you win the team fight, you win the game. So why are they, instead of fighting for the team fight, they stop to take the tribute when there's this massive fight happening? even still, despite those 2 mistakes, you guys have won that fight, and probably win the game right now as well. So yeah, you want to push in bottom. I mean, taking those giants is actually a pretty good idea. You've got a Q-Bill Vala, so you should kill them super quick. And then you can push the siege giants in on core, which is a nice little bit of extra damage. You've gone too far forwards here again. Yeah. Alright, it's your own fault that you died there as well. You also had Storm Shield available you didn't use. But it's your own fault. Your teammates stopped to take the siege giants, and again, I think that's a very good idea. Siege giants, that's a lot of extra damage on the core that you can push in quite successfully. It will really enhance your ability to take the core. You're literally walking past the siege giants on your way, and then look at your composition. You got a Q-Bill Vala. She's gonna shred those giants. You're also what's it called? You're also this W build Malfurion who does bonus damage to mercenaries as well. So I mean, yeah, you're walking past. You want to stop and take it. You didn't stop. Your damage dealers did. You face checked in and got killed. So yeah, it's totally your fault. Unfortunately. It's totally your fault. And now this is again super messy because you got a curse, but you don't have a support, so very difficult for you to actually push in anywhere. Like by the time you get to the point, it's very difficult to defend. You know, sure Ragnaros will respawn a couple of seconds later, but he's going to be much closer to where he needs to be. He can just run in Molten Core. Yeah, this is win condition thrown away. I would say you're pretty much back to the point now of being like, all right, I guess we fight again over bosses, which are up in 2 minutes. So lots of really big mistakes here, I think. Lots of really, really big mistakes. And I have to I disagree as well with most of what's being said in chat. I think it's, I don't know, I just ignore it, to be honest. I just ignore the chat because they're not really saying anything too useful. I mean, if you can get a pick here, sure. I think it would have been better in this situation probably to push in mid. At least you could try destroy keep. At least try to get another keep down to get those catapults. That would have been nice. Posturing towards this bottom lane has not really gained you anything. Whereas posturing towards mid might have. Luckily that top keep does die, so that's huge. Yeah, looking towards the boss is the right idea. So you need to be prepared. Like that's your goal right now. That's the win condition on the map. This boss is the win condition. This boss is also a win condition. But it's slightly it's far enough behind that you need to deal with this one first. I mean he probably has time to do that, but yeah, you need to obviously be near the boss, yeah. That's fine. You could totally have, again, the hack is not very good. The hacker can totally split push and it's perfectly safe. Right, Tastar's not even there. Alright, this is good. Alright, good. That's nicely done by the ETC as well. I like that. That's good commit to the kill. Probably unnecessary, but getting the kill is the main thing. Alright, at this point, ooh. I probably would have popped that sooner. I probably would have popped that ice block sooner, but you get away with it. So that's the main thing. Are gonna get killed by Ragnaros. That's alright, alright. At this point your team really wants to... Ooh, they're going in even more. It's gonna work out. Tastar's way out. Alright. Yeah, they can go core now, I would think. You've got 2 catapults, 2 giants. yeah, alright. I do like that, yeah, as well. Everyone else knows it. The hack is like, we need to retreat from this easy win. Please, give the enemy team more chances to win. Vala's going to tank a tower. Fantastic stuff. No one's going to peel for the Vala. The hack is going to miss his heroic again. But the core will go down. Nonetheless. Alright, yeah, super messy game. I think that was kind of hilarious. Alright, I mean, overall... What's going on there? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff. I mean, I think in the first place, it's very difficult because your Dahaka is very weak. He's very weak. Obviously, yeah, obviously a very, very weak player compared to, well, I don't know, there's a lot of mistakes happening in the game, but he's not the best at all. he's making a lot of massive mistakes. Like, dying solo in a lane, like, literally walking, like, you know what I mean? Like, missing your heroic, then continuing to dive the Ragnaros under his own structures, and then getting killed by sidesteppable abilities. You know, that's such a huge mistake. And that puts a team immensely far behind. Immensely far behind. If it's like a solo laner dying in a fight that they chose themselves is extremely bad. That puts you really, really, really far behind. So yeah, that's obviously something you're gonna have to play around. I'd say for you then as the Malfurion, there's definitely a few things to watch out for in this game. Number one is you're not paying enough attention to where your teammates are. So you had, for example, you had a fight where there was 4 of you got caught out on the tribute down there when Vala was way up top. It's like you can't be there. You have to leave. Like if Vala's not there, you can't fight because it's a 4v5 and you're gonna lose. You stayed there, you fought it. It was a 4v5. You lost. Then there was like the fight over here, where I mean everyone was coming through this choke point. Well, we had 2 actually fights right here through this choke point. The first one, Dehaka just went to the tribute, didn't join the fight. It's a 4v5, you lost. Then we had the one where you had the boss pushing bottom lane, and then you were running way down on your own. You left your team totally behind, and then there's this big fight engaged, really hard engaged, like Diablo diving in, popping Apocalypse, a really big hard engage through this choke point, and you're extremely late to that fight. Now you still won that one, but that's still a massive mistake by you to not be there. So I'd be paying more attention to my team and working more on supporting my team, and just like supporting my damage dealers in my backline a little bit more than being super aggressive on the front line and then losing track of what's happening to the Vala and Gul'dan. Like you can tell during your gameplay, you're doing good aggressive jobs with you've got the right idea with the Moonfires and the Roots and the Dreams. Like that's not bad, but you're really not giving all that much attention to supporting your actual damage dealers where the kills are coming from with the Gul'dan and the Vala, which is probably what you should be focusing on a lot more, is giving them support and peeling, using the Roots, like because they do have fairly aggressive dive with the Tracer and the Diablo. Peeling for them with the Roots, heating them up preemptively. Yeah, that'd be a better thing to do, because I mean your team comp is totally fine. You're not in any much particular danger. You've got so much crowd control. I mean Vala's even got burst damage and self healing. Gul'dan is Horrify, self healing. It's like, yeah, they've got a Tracer, but you guys have it pretty countered. Like she's not got an easy time to kill anyone at all if we play it right. It's just that split focus in the team fights. But yeah, anything else I'd focus on? I don't think so. In terms of, whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. In terms of talents, obviously Twilight Dream is a really nice choice. I mean, it might be worthwhile not picking the Moonfire build in this particular game. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I think it's alright. Like, you could switch it up, you can go with it. You know, you're not getting much value out of the wave clear, which is one of the main appeals. But it's not terrible. I think you did a pretty good job with it as well. I mean, you do have the option of, maybe a scouting drone. Even Shando's Clarity could be kind of nice with this comp, because it's super useful for cooldown reduction on both the Vala and the Gul'dan, and the mana return to the Vala is quite nice as well. So that could be something. There's nothing too good at level... I think nothing too good at level 7 to combo with it though. I mean, the build seems alright. I think it's fine. I think you got options for different builds, but I don't see anything especially wrong with this one. I mean, you did pretty good damage. As you can see, actually quite solid damage there. For a Malf especially. So it worked pretty well. Yeah, that would be the main thing. Would be to, focus a bit more as the support on actually supporting your damage dealers and letting them do their damage. Because like if you're not there giving them support, this Dehaka's all over the place, at that point they become very vulnerable. If like two of their main sources of peel and zoning are simply not giving them any attention at all, then yes, the Vala and the Gul'dan are going to have a difficult time. But with the team comp, they shouldn't inherently have a difficult time at all. So yeah, that's an interesting game. That was an interesting game, man. I didn't look at the other talents, but yeah, someone said that Diablo had armor at level 1 instead of healing when he has an Uther. Yeah, that's a huge mistake as well. That's a huge mistake it will. Oh well. I didn't spot that glorious one. Let me see, what are the other ones that are sent in? Okay, we've got one here. If you can rename the replays as well, that's really useful. Oh, so this is another like throw game. Wonderful. Wonderful. More throws! More throws! Alright, gosh, my PC is just like dying here. Want to buy a new PC ASAP. That's what I'm saving for at the moment now. So this is a replay from Mr. Barnes replay. I think I typed it in wrong. Yeah, I did. There we go. Here we go. All right. You want to sponsor the channel and help me get a new PC faster? I will love you forever. I love you forever. Make my PC good. Alright. Mr. Barnes. Oh, this is a long one. Alright, let's dive into it. Again, the sound might be super loud, so bear with me. Alright, so for this one... okay, you're saying you feel like you're missing skill shots quite a lot. I'm actually not sure what hero you're playing. So I might just coach them overall. You didn't finish a quest until in the 20s. Probably like Chromie or something. Is there a Chromie? No, there's no Chromie. Oh, well, you must be... This must be Mr. Barnes. If your name is Barnes, there's a fair chance that you're Arthas. I feel like there's something missing in the team fight. There's a lot of throws on both sides. And you'd like to know where to go in terms of that. Alright, yeah, we'll focus on that. It's going to be hilarious if you're not Mike Barnes here. If I'm going to commentate for the wrong person. Yeah, make sure to put your player name in the replay. Because, you know, I don't know what your player name is. Oh, it's Arthas. Excellent. Okay, you're in the chat. Perfect. Okay, that'll work. You're the Arthas. Cool. What are my PC specs? The PC specs are... they're on my Twitch channel if you want to see them. My inactive Twitch channel. But yeah, that's the next thing I want to get, is to upgrade my PC. So that's what I'll be saving for next. Which would be great when it arrives. It'd be really great. Alrighty. So your team, we've got a Valera. We've got Falan Azebo, Arthas, and a Stukov. The enemy team is Garrosh, Jaina Kelthus, Genji, Malf. Alright. I mean, they've got quite a lot of burst damage, quite a lot of kill pressure. It's gonna be pretty awkward, gotta be said. Pretty terrible drafts in both cases. Yeah, it's gonna be fairly tough, like, you know. If anyone gets caught out of position, you're gonna have a really rough time. There's no one really for you to work against here as Arthas. This is not a good game for an Arthas. You're gonna have a tough time, man. You're gonna have a tough time. It's like they've got no melee heroes, except for Garrosh, who can throw you. So it's just bad. You're too far forwards. Alright, Garrosh is simply not going to use his abilities. So you're going to be fine. Oh, he's used one there. Yeah, we're like way into the team fight before you've even turned on your E. This is obviously a lower quality game. Alright, quite a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff right there. I'll just pause it this once. This is mid-silver. Yeah, there's like tons of stuff right there. in terms of mechanics on the Arthas, so number one, you got away with it because the garage is bad, right? But you walked way too far forwards. You didn't have your teammates there for backup. The garage could have thrown you behind and you're dead, right? Simple as that. You've got no way to get out of there. The Stukov, you know, he has some burst healing, but he's got to be fairly close. I mean, if he throws you behind, you're dead. They've got stuns, they've got roots. There were too many people there. You didn't have enough people there. You ought to have died. You got away with it because it's silver, right? You got away with it because it's silver. Also, we're in the middle of this team fight, and you haven't actually turned on your Frozen Tempest. Basically, always want this to be on when you're hitting a hero with it, because it's super useful. It's really strong against any heroes, so whenever you're fighting a hero, you want it to be on. Basically. That's a simplification, but basically. And then number two, like the Genji charged in, and instead of turning around and, you know, whacking Genji with Frostmourne Hungers and, you know, your Frozen Tempest, you're just walking away. So that's definitely stuff to watch out for. Alright, Nazeebo dies solo up top. You also need to sidestep those. That was an aggressive move. I mean, like, you can see this is obviously, yeah, it's silver, right? There's lots of really bad plays, like really bad mechanical plays. It's quite, you can see it's quite different from the diamond level game. Yeah, right there, chasing the Garrosh is pretty risky because he's Garrosh, he's got all that armor. Yeah, alright. So a lot of stuff to watch out for here, really. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna... There's a lot of room to be improved, just speed and mechanics, right? You can see that, like, your control of the hero is relatively slow. I mean, just getting more comfortable with the faster pace, which comes with time and with trying to work on it. Yeah, you can definitely play the hero a lot faster. For example, right there, the Jaina literally walked right past you, and again, you had Frostmourne Hungers, and you didn't hit her with it, and you kind of threw the root, which missed. It happened to hit someone else by accident. But, yeah, I mean, that's the sort of stuff that you want to... Ooh, fucking hell, Vala's almost dead to a Merc camp. Oh, boys, this is a game. This is a game. Yeah, that's definitely something to look out for. And another thing right there, there's a whole bunch of little things right there. Like, there's loads of little things, so I'm probably going to be stopping and like pausing and playing quite a lot in this. Like right there, for example, as soon as you kill the mercenary, you want to be mounting up with your Zed. In this case, you kill the mercenary, you wait for the entire thing to channel, and then only when you've captured the mercenary camp have you like started to mount up. Like it's just these small things here and there that do add up to a lot, or can add up to a lot in each game. Also self-cast, I'm not sure if you know it, but like if you hold down Alt and press Q, you'll self-cast, and because I've noticed that again when you use Death Coil, your hero stops for like a second to self-cast. So I feel like you might be, you know, pressing Q and targeting yourself or something like that. I'm not sure, but you can self-cast stuff really quick. All right, we got kill traits on top. Vala's been thrown in. It's probably gonna die. You need to run away. Like at this point, again, you've got the opportunity to run away here, and you're walking in. And the question is like, what are you walking into? Like it's a Genji, and the Genji's low on life, sure, but you've got like a full health and basically full mana Malfurion. You've got a basically full health, full mana Garrosh. For all intents and purposes in this fight, it's basically full. He's not gonna run out of either. And you've got an Arthas and a Stukov. Like you're never gonna kill them, but they might kill you. Like, you're never gonna... You've also, like, Nazeebo's in top lane, Valera's in your base, and Vala just died. You know, you've got no way of killing these guys. You need to be running the hell away. But you're walking in instead. Like, you need to be running. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to get out now. Actually, Genji's overextended load, so you can get some good damage down on him. But... yeah, it's like, this is not a fight that you guys want to take. Like, where are we going right now? What is happening? We're just running away on foot. What's going on? We're running into the enemy side of the map. We're running in circles here. We're doing loops for no reason. What's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, like, so going into that situation, like, you're outnumbered. You've got no way to kill them. So you just need to run away. Again, like, right there, you know, you're hitting the Jaina a couple of times without using Frostborn Hungers. And the basic tip with Arthas is you hit them with a basic attack, then you press Frostborn Hungers because it resets the swing timer on your basic attack. So normally Arthas is like, dung, dung, dung. But like if you press Frostborn Hungers right at the end of your attack, you'll go like doof, doof. You'll hit them twice in a row, which is it's a nice little chunk of burst damage actually. I mean, it's not huge, but it's something. But yeah, you want to do that. Like that's the kind of a core bit of playing as Arthas is you want to get those you want to get the Frostborn Hungers reset. I mean, if you don't have time, if it's someone really quick like Genji who's going to dash out, it can be okay to just whack him with Frostborn Hungers for that extra damage. But it's very important that you use that because it's also giving you lots of mana, which fuels your E. So it's actually quite a big deal. I mean, it's an extra 2 seconds channel on Frozen Tempest. If you get off, you know, if you're getting off a lot more of these, then it does add up quite a lot over the course of the game. It does add up quite a lot. Okay, it's 31 to, yeah, I mean, they're going to get all of these. Again, your damage dealers are nowhere near, so you can't do anything, right? It's really important that you're paying attention to where players are, right? If your damage dealers are not there, you can't do anything. Now, right there, this would have been a good chance to do something, right? Ish, well, kind of, well. These guys might not even notice, right? But this would be a really good spot. Like, your damage dealers are out here, and the enemy team is just coming through from this mine entrance. And you already saw, they're quite low on life. I mean, we can see, because we're on the replay client, that they are quite low on life. But we did see that when you spotted them in the middle. So this would be a good time, actually, for you guys to collapse in and kill them. So this would be a good point to, you know, ping for help, here they come. I mean, you and Stukov are here, you can kind of slow them down. The Nazeebo and the Vala could come up and kill them now. This might not work, because there's really no guarantee, is there, that... I mean, you might ping 5 times and it's silver. Vala will like not notice. Or Nazeebo, like they'll be like half a screen away and they'll be oblivious, possibly. So, yeah, that's something to watch out for. How come I'm coaching only 2 today instead of the usual 3? Well, I've only been coaching 1 recently. Now I'm coaching 2. I think 2 games is a nice number. I mean, you rooted the Vala instead of the enemy team. I mean, you could probably get some kills there. Like, these guys are way far forwards right there. So again, that's a huge opportunity for you to go aggressive. The enemy team is caught way out. In fact, your boss was doing a stun circle behind. That would have been such a good opportunity to run into the middle of them. You know, get loads of pressure. They're massively out of position, so you can punish them extremely hard. Obviously, you missed the route. You rooted your own teammate. Well, tried to route your own teammates to the enemy, so that's a mistake. But then, like, that's the time where you run in as the Arthas, like balls deep. You're getting Frozen Tempest on the enemy team. You're whacking them with your sword with Frostborn Hungers. You're slowing them down. You're going to land some follow-up roots. You're going to body block them. And you're going to get them caught because they're in such a bad position. You've got all your backup there. You've got the full health boss to tank the shots and to do stun circles and root circles. It's like you've got so much stuff going well for you. That's when you want to push that advantage. Now right here, you want to be backing up. Like, you push them to the keep, but you've got no minions left. The boss, the golem is well dead. So yeah, I mean, that worked out really well, though. Like, the enemy team way overextended. I don't know why they were defending instead of pushing with it, because they had such a stronger golem. But they did. They messed up the defense. And you guys got a nice little lead off that. The XP is back to equal. XP is back to equal. When you miss root on Arthas and the boss is like, I got you, fam. Bing, double kill. Yeah. And it's silver. Yeah, it's silver replay. I say at this point, that's not a situation where your mana is low enough. It's probably not worth using the Frozen Tempest there. That's a good route this time. No Frozen Tempest, you know. You literally 2 heroes, very vulnerable right there in your range. Fair enough not to turn it on with Genji, but once he uses his deflect ability, you want to turn it on then. You could even turn it on during. He's going to deflect a bit more damage, but the slow could be pretty nice. Wait, that's huge. That's 4 kills for you guys. That's huge. You want to Hearthstone out at this stage. You've got no health or mana. Alright, good. Your teammates can kill that fort just fine. Going for this siege camp, very greedy. They might get super punished for this. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, they got it. That's good. Alright, the fort's dead. Nice. Alrighty, I mean, at this point, you guys are ahead. It's just the mines, yeah. And here we go. Mine phase is up. It's just like waiting, getting in a good position to move into the mine phase. Looking for anyone that goes out of position that you can punish. That sort of stuff. I mean, cutting off a rotation here to deal with this, like that Jaina. There you go. That Jaina was way out of position. You see that? This is what I'm talking about. And this is extremely... I mean, you want to be watching out for this stuff just purely more for like positioning and pressure at high levels of play. But at low levels of play, people will do really stupid stuff all the time. This Jaina is the classic example, right? You've got this siege camp pushing in down here. It's worth posturing forwards here to cut off this position. At high levels, it's worth posturing just to force them to go around. It's just the expected thing to do, really. At this level, though, Jaina happily walks all the way through, and you're literally right beside her, and she's literally entirely on her own. I mean, that is the point. She's so far out of position. That's the point where, you know, you hit her, you turn on your E, you hit her with the E, hit her with the Frostborn Hungers combo, you root her, she's dead. That's a nice free kill for you because Jaina has gone way out of position to do a siege camp. So these are the things you need to look for at low levels of play. People will constantly go out of position to do siege camps. They'll constantly go out of position to do objectives. They'll constantly overvalue fighting for an objective that they can't possibly win, sacrifice hero lives, and then give up massive amounts of the map for no good reason. They'll do this all the time. Like, all the time. Like, that Jaina ought to have died there. You could kill her. Again, you can kill this Genji as well. Alright, got taken out. The Zebo may avenge you. Not quite. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Hey, 1 for 1 in the end. I mean, Syndragosa could have been good to use there as well. Obviously before you got comboed, but yeah. Is that Icy Veins and Wintermute build Jaina? Well, I don't know. I don't know. This is very entertaining, by the way, more of these games. I do the replays every Friday. And it's just like, you've respawned and you're not moving, this is bad as well. Always want to be moving. Okay. Alright, we've moved into mines, and you're ahead in the mines. This is nice. Nazebo took a siege champ. Are you watching for this Nazebo again? Like, this Nazebo, you can see this on the map, right? You just know. Right, it's Silver. You just know he's going to overextend. He's going to take a siege camp solo, and then he's going to face check the enemy team in bot lane, where they are with their siege camp, and he's going to die. Like, you just know it's going to happen. So that's what you're watching out for. I mean, like, slow hitting him with the root. You don't want to overchase this either. People are dying behind you. Okay. Missed the root on him. I mean, you don't have to be too scared of him. Like, you can bully him a lot more. Like, you can get that stuff done. Teammates are overextending to get the mines. When they've got no backup, they get killed by Garrosh, of course. Okay. Now, level 13 and 13 is still even. Still even. I mean, standing AFK is not too good. Alright, it's nice to move towards the Nazebo. You guys have already done fine on the mines. I mean, you're even on XP. You're ahead in terms of structures. And you're slightly ahead in terms of skulls. So it's totally alright. There's nothing really to worry about here. Taking this is a pretty good idea, actually. I like this move. The Vala's kind of far back. You'd be hoping that she'd come up and... What's she doing? Okay, she was shooting something. Alright, there was something there. That's okay. You'd hope that she would come back you guys up. Alright, yeah, I think this is a really good opportunity to push. And unfortunately, your teammates have a different idea, so you need to be watching the map. Now, this would, hypothetically, right? This would, hypothetically, be a very good time to push. Okay, why is it a good time to push? Number 1, your golem is stronger. Number 2, you've got a very strong push here anyway. You've got some sappers. You've got 2 siege giants as well. And this is pushing top. The fort's already dead, so you're going to be pushing onto a keep. So you get a lot of work done. In comparison, the enemy team, they don't have any mercs down here. They could get these, but They don't have any mercs yet. They may be picking up these. Not sure where they are. But they don't have any yet. But more importantly, their golem's a bit weaker, and they're only pushing on a fort. So this is like a trade that you're super happy to take. You go like, all right, yeah, I mean, you guys push bottom if you want. You can take our fort. We'll take your keep. And that means catapults. And it's more XP for us. So we win. So that's what you want to do. Now your teammates, this is something that you have to respond to. You can see that your teammates have no idea that this is the case, obviously. It's silver. They have no idea. So they're spread around the map. We've got like a 2-3 split, and you know, he's looking to clear waves. In fact, you've got a 2-2-1 split. You've got no focus at all. Nazebo's gone to clear the waves. These guys have gone to team fight. And then you guys are pushing top. So that's something that you want to be looking out for, especially as the tank. You want to be moving with them as much as possible. I'm trying to back them up. Okay, Garrosh is YOLO soloing a Merc camp. I mean, you can just leave him there. He'll be really slow. And Jaino's nearby, so might have been worth happening. In the meantime, Vala's dying up top. Goodbye, Vala. She was left there alone. Yeah, so, I mean, it's totally all over the place, alright. It's totally all over the place. I think you did the right thing there, which was to... Oh, you also had Syndragosa Arthas, which makes a push top even better. But yeah, I think right there, the right thing would be to, you know, call, let's push top. Now, again, it's silver, so you might not have that follow-up at all. I think that, to be honest, at this level of play, your ability to influence the outcome of the game through shot calling and organizing your team and good team play is actually quite limited. What you really want to focus on is mistakes, really. It's trying to mitigate your teammates' mistakes and punishing the enemy team mistakes. Like we've seen already in this game, there's been several opportunities for you to literally 100-0 someone that's walked way out of position. Particularly the Jaina, several times, has walked literally into melee range of you as Arthas and you've not punished it. That's really, I feel, how you climb out of silver, is having the mechanical skill to punish things like that. Alright, that's a nice little route in the Genji. I mean, he jumped somewhat out. Pop Syndragosa. I mean, the question is why if you pop Syndragosa. You've not really popped it for anything. If Vala's walk forwards, she's dead. You're almost dead as well. That was a bad use of Syndragosa. I mean, it just... You might live. Yeah. It's just there's nothing... Oh, no, you're going to die now. There's nothing going to come of that Syndragosa. Like, you popped it. It hit the keep, but, I mean, it's a 5v5 fight. I mean, there's no way that you're going to take that keep out. So that's a waste of your heroic. And then with your heroic down, it baited the Vala in, and the enemy team was then confident to go in and take the fight because, well, you're missing a heroic. So it's 5 heroics against 4. They win that fight. Also, the map position favors them because it's on their side. Alright. But yeah, I think that's the main thing. You want to watch out for those mistakes, and you want to cut out some of those big mistakes. Like the big mistakes, like picking fights when you're undermanned. You've picked a lot of losing fights, and you want to cut that out. So you want to not take any losing fights yourself, and then you want to be watching for the enemy team because they will take losing fights constantly, and you want to punish them for that. And then you want to watch out for your teammates choosing losing fights and try to back them up a little bit. Now this is nice. Again, like you're in this big fight, and Frozen Tempest is not being turned on. You had the opportunity to stack it a couple of times on that Garrosh to slow him down, get him caught out of position, and he didn't utilize that. So that's definitely something to do. So you missed the route, but rooted him with your level 16. Which is, it's alright. Okay, so Vala split away. Fucking Ice Elementals just still hitting your friends. They've got 2 dead players. Alright, this is fine to take this. At this stage you want to move in. They're still in death timer. This is a perfect opportunity to take those risky mine camps that are deep in the enemy team's territory. This is the perfect opportunity to do that, and then get out before they respawn and collapse and punish you. Yeah, this is nice. This is actually a really nice move. How intentional it is obviously we're not sure, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say this is just a smart move by your team. Alright, we've got this. At this point, you guys, you could actually group up with your teammates here, because you've got all of them here, and Garrosh has only just respawned, so he can't possibly be there. So you could actually find them out of position. Okay, I mean, the route totally misses. This would be a good... That would have been a good position for a Syndragosa there. Like, through the enemy team here is a good position for Syndragosa. Syndragosa's just sitting there unused, man! It's just sitting there unused! And we're gonna die. Okay, we used it right at the end, but missed. Right. Yeah. Valeria's like, "Ha! I've got you." She could kill the Malf. Now she's gonna run away. Not sure why she's running away. She does have a silence, which means Malf literally can't do anything. But oh well. She'll let the Malf go. Very generous. Very kind. Yeah, so right there in that fight, I mean, again, like you're looking at this, and in terms of the map position, you know Garrosh is gonna be late. So you're able to move in aggressively, join up with your team. Then, like, the enemy team is they're in this choke point. Like, this is Syndragosa heaven. Syndragosa through this, just hit the enemy team, do nice chunk of damage to all of them, slow them all down by 60%, fantastic. You held onto it too long, then panicked at the end, and you threw it through the wall. So yeah, that's, you just want to be comfortable using it earlier. Like, in that situation, it's a big team fight is happening, and they're all grouped up, so use it, really. You know, and that's just a great opportunity to use it. Now, right here, danger. Danger, danger. Nazeebo is nowhere near. Nazeebo is... he's not even doing anything. Now, there we go. He's making sure they've spawned before he attacks them. Okay, but danger, danger, danger. Like, what happens if the enemy team invades you as 5 right now? If the enemy team invades you as 5... you guys all gonna die. Like, at least 2 people will die. At least 2 people will die if they invade right now. Nazeebo's nowhere near. They've got loads of burst damage, loads of kill pressure. It looks like they're not gonna. They should, but they're not gonna. To be fair, at the same time, if I was the enemy team, I would also presume that you would move in here as 5. I would be presuming that Nazeebo wouldn't go off and solo a Merc camp. But he did. Alright, we've Hearthstoned out. Okay. Interesting position right now. Oh god, okay. Alright, so you're calling to push. That's okay. One thing I'd watch out for is I would be type and move at the same time. You can see shit is going down in the top right here. Nazeebo's murking ways have been found out. Nazeebo's murking ways have been found out. And he's gonna be caught out, so I'd like to see you moving towards that a little bit sooner. Talk and type. You've got the right idea. Of course, you should be pushing with yours. I mean, I think there's a very good chance there. If you'll certainly get the keep. There's a good chance that you could even win the game with this strong of a golem. There's the potential that you could win the game. They don't have a lot of single target damage at all, so they would have a tough time dealing with that. So that's what you would be looking to do. So number 1, all right, you've got the right idea. You've got the right idea here, and that's great. Which is we should push bottom. I mean, on top of that, you could be going like, we need to push for core, or we want to push for keep, but we don't want to go for core. I think in this case, you do want to go for core. Now, you had the right idea. You had the right idea, and you had the right idea to communicate that to your team. You made a couple of mistakes though. Number 1 is you stood still to type instead of moving and typing at the same time. You stopped to type. And then number 2, the second mistake was you continued moving towards the bottom, even though during this time you could see there's this big fight happening up top. Nazeebo got picked off and died. I presume Valeria's gonna die. Yeah, that was nice by the Genji. Now, luckily the enemy team is pushing. Actually, you know what? They're gonna lose the keep anyway. All they gotta do is defend. This is a waste of Syndragosa. That keep's not gonna do anything. Would have been much better there to save Syndragosa to run away. Would have been much better to save it to run away. Vala gets killed by the roots and the Jaina. I mean, yeah, like, you just lost 2 of your damage dealers. Well, you lost 2 of your damage dealers, and then you've just lost Vala as well. I mean, are you going to push in their core? No. So why are you there? You shouldn't be. You could have actually killed her if you'd used your Frostborn Hungers and committed in the Silence Zone. But oh well. Rip. Also chosen the worst level 20, unfortunately. But yeah, I think, you know, you definitely overcommitted to this when you had those heroes dead. And then undercommitted to the Jaina fight. But yeah, alright, so I mean, in this game, this is... Legion of Northrend is nearly always the best. I think this is a game where anti-magic shell will be really good. You've got a Pyroblast KT, you've got double mage, you've got Garrosh flip, and then the burst damage that will follow in. This would be a pretty good case for an anti-magic shell. So So yeah, I think, you know, right there, I mean, you just kept going forwards when literally all three of your damage dealers were dead. And again, you got a situation where you've got one tank and a support against, I think Garrosh was dead, but the other four were alive. And it's like, are you actually going to succeed in killing the core, or are you going to die, give them XP and map control? You're gonna die and give them XP and map control. That's what's gonna happen there. Everybody split up. Everybody gonna die. Valera doesn't believe in mounts. Mounts are for the weak. Mounts are cheating, aren't they? I'm pretty sure I heard someone say mounts are cheating. But yeah, Death's Advance is extremely weak. Actually, you know what? Absolute Zero is actually really good as well. Like, rooting for 2 seconds and then slowing by 60% for 3.5 seconds, that's really good. So you're usually going to upgrade one of the heroics. I'd say this is a game where Anti-Magic Shell would have been great. Death's Advance is pretty crap, unfortunately. Especially because the other ones are so good. Okay. You want to see if I can solo carry a game again with silvers? Well, I mean, it's difficult to say. Like, if I'm on my main account and if it's balanced for MMR, then probably not, because, like, if the game balances it, if you put me on a silver account, then yes. If you put me on my account, and I have a 50% win rate, because it will go, Grandmaster plus 4 silvers, or Master plus 4 silvers at the moment, right? It would be like, alright, well, we'll give the enemy team some stronger members to counteract the fact that they got a Master, such that we create a 50% win rate scenario where both teams have an equal as possible a chance to win. Whereas if you put if you sneak a Master player onto a silver account and says this is a silver player, but they're actually a Master, then yeah, they would almost definitely win. Probably. Grandmaster anyway, they'd almost definitely win. Depends how good a Grandmaster they are too. There's quite a skill range within it even. It's funny. Yeah, so yeah, obviously, Mercamp from Garrosh, I didn't comment on that, but yeah, I mean, like, you were standing right beside him and you let him take the Mercamp. You know, dying with your heroic this late in the game is always bad. Early game, it can be good to not use your heroic. But late game, you nearly always want to use it. So I wasn't actually paying attention to this situation. I'm not sure how we all got there. Let's rewind a little bit. We still got quite a bit left in this game as well. Holy crap. Excuse me. Okay, so there we go. You know, like right here, Garrosh is totally isolated. So this is a massive mistake from you. Sorry, I missed this, but this is a massive mistake. This Garrosh is totally isolated trying to take this Mercamp. You're there. You've got basically full mana. Again, like Frozen Tempest not turned on. You've got Stukov coming to back you up. Like, you need to be standing on that Mercamp with your Frozen Tempest turned on, and then be ready to kill that guy. Like, you need to kill this guy. Like, this is turned on much too late. And, like, you can see, because you gave up the Mercamp, you guys took a lot of damage from it. A lot of damage from that Mercamp. And now you're taking even more. So that's a really, really big mistake. Yeah, that's a really big mistake. You don't believe one person can carry a match in this game? Well, I mean, there's been plenty of Grandmasters that have carried with, like, basically 100% win rate from, like, Bronze up to Master. So, that's not true. I'm pretty sure there was one guy, like, was it Danatan did it in EU? Just playing Arthas. I think it's just on Arthas, in fact. He played, like, Arthas in every game. And, like, won every game. He's obviously, like, a pro player. Yeah, Living Bomb did just kill everybody, yeah. Well, Living Bomb plus a Genji. But yeah, I mean, if the game system, if the rank system has an accurate assessment of your skill, then no, you can't really solo carry. Like if you are a Silver 4 player and the rank system knows you're a Silver 4 player, you'll have a 50% win rate. You'll win half and half. If you are a Grandmaster and the game knows you're a Grandmaster, you're going to have a 50% win rate. You're going to win half and half, roughly speaking. You know, it varies a little bit. It's like you're gonna basically have a 50% win rate, you know, if it's accurate. You win games when you improve or you play better. And then if like you're top level Grandmaster, you climb ranks not by winning but through personal adjustment, and that's how it works. That's how it works. Sorry, I missed this fight. That's how MMOR works. I think it does give a slight advantage to high rank players, so you can win slightly more than you lose. Slight advantage. Alright. Let's get back onto your camera here. Okay, I mean, so going through this, I mean, you got 4 enemy team members dead. Yeah, you guys could totally go core. I mean, it's even down to 50% life. Now, again, going into this situation, you've only got a Nazebo. You don't exactly have a lot of backup here. Where is Vala? Oh, Vala's in the mines. Oh, fuck, that Syndragosa is terrible. Alright, so I think a number of mistakes. Okay, so looking at this, yes, you could go core. However, you're going core with just you and Nazebo. Is it a good idea for you to go core with just you and Nazebo? No, it's not. Why? You don't have enough damage to kill the core. They're going to respawn. Like, even if Garrosh doesn't and the core don't kill you on their own, you don't have enough damage. They're going to respawn and you're going to die then. So, like, we're expecting you to be dead. Stukov is literally miles away. Valera is coming, but she's super late. Vala is in the mines. I mean, at this point, it's like, again, it's the right idea to go for core, because it's a super easy, just like right click core, go make yourself a cup of tea, you walk back a minute later and you've won the game. Like, it's literally that easy to win with an open core and like 4 people dead and all 5 of you are alive. It's that easy. However, your teammates haven't followed up, so you can't commit to it. Better in this situation, and maybe even at this level just in general, if people are not capable of making core calls, they simply don't understand the concept of diving the core, in this situation, might be better just to get this 100 skull golem, just to focus on the mines, clear out the mines. You're not going to die doing a suicide core rush with no backup. So you'll all be alive, you'll have a 100 skull golem. Yes, you have to go through a tower, and you have to go through half a keep and then the core. So yeah, it's nowhere near as good in terms of like just how the game works itself, but in terms of the capabilities of a silver level team, it's probably a better idea, because you can see right here, you've made what would be in higher leagues a very good play, which is just rush the core bottom, which would just be obvious to do in higher leagues. But in this league, it's simply not going to work because your teammates are nowhere near to follow up. So like I said, I'd expect you guys to die. I mean, it looks like Nazebo might even almost die without anyone being there. Oh, the roots. Hey. Alright. Now watch Genji walk in and kill him. Go, Genji. Hey, there we go. Like I said, I mean, you can see those respawn timers ticking down. It's like, they're going to kill you all. Oh, never mind. Genji goes in alone. His teammates do not continue to follow. Ah, there they are. Alright, you know what? That actually worked out well. That actually worked out for your team much better than I expected. You guys got 2 kills, they only got 1. I was really expecting that to go an awful lot worse. Well, actually, it's not over yet. Valera is still in there. Stukov pushes Jaina away. He is the hero that Gotham needs. Yeah, man, like, forcing a fight here is really good. It's a pity you don't have Syndragosa. The Syndragosa on the core, by the way, is really bad. You do not turn off the core. It's a tiny bit of damage. You want to use it for the team fight. Alright, this is nice. Okay. Fortunately, Valera did die, but you got the kill. This is also nice. Unfortunately, Vala's not following up, but that's alright. Okay, again, at this point, I'd be saying this is probably a good time to back up and just take the thing. Alright, Jaina goes too far forward. Stukov saves her. Jaina pops into ice block. She's like, no, please do kill me. I'm just going to stay here. Please, line up your skill shot so when this expires. I won't cancel early, don't worry. Garrosh obviously respawns and kills everyone. Yeah. Did he just try to body block the Pyro Blast? Possibly. Possibly. There's another GM in EU playing on a Smurf account now. Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. Well, not that much, but there's nearly always one person doing it. It gets views and stuff. And, you know, it's fun for that person on the Smurf because you win every game. But yeah, like, right in that situation, you can solo what? No, he doesn't. So you don't want to solo the objective. That's extremely inefficient. It's extremely inefficient to solo the objective. It's just a bad idea. Right there, I mean, it was just an overcommitment to that fight. Again, it's just like being aware of those respawn timers. Jaina had actually missed. That's hilarious. She'd actually missed him, but Genji killed him. Alright, that's a good Cindergosa this time. I like it. You need to stop these catapults. Alright, now you're alright. And this would be another time where you could just walk to their core and win. However, seeing how the last one went, I do think that taking this is probably a good idea. Well, they're very slow to get there. These catapults are still dangerous because your core has not regenerated its shields yet. Okay, you'd be looking to get your siege camp and your sappers to push with this. So that's what I'd be looking to do. Even at this point, I might even... Yeah, I'm not totally opposed to the Hearthstoning out and then coming back through. I was considering that they might go for sappers themselves. You can catch them out of position. Yeah, this is a fight that you want to take here. Kill that KT. Alright, you've hit him. Good. Just don't kill the Valera. Alright. So we kill KT. This is nice. This is good. Vala's off in La La Land, unfortunately. Yeah, you guys need to group up and push as a team. This is what you want to organize your teammates to do. Like where's everyone going, man? What's even going on? Hey, Ryan Blackwell says, I remember playing against Mike Barnes and playing with him. And there you go. But yeah, like this is, I mean, just like, again, what I would say, I would make suggestions to your team, but appreciate they're going to record, by the way. They're doing a trickle backdoor. This is where you backdoor, but you go in one by one. You guys kind of need to get back though. They will kill it, right? Game over. Yeah, I think making suggestions to your team is a good idea. Like in this situation, obviously understanding that, you know, you got 100 skull golem, you want to grab our mercs, you want to push top, you want to get that that tactic, you want to suggest it, basically. But like I said, it's silver, so you're not gonna assume that people will follow it. You're not even going to assume that they even understand the suggestion, but you're going to make the suggestion that, look, we should push top with this 100 skull column because we can easily win the game. You want to try organize that and get in and do it. At least suggest it, and then if people don't follow, then be ready for them not to follow and be ready to adjust your own play. But yeah, like obviously then when they go for a backdoor, you have to be ready to Hearthstone back and stop them. So yeah. Type in like top, like end top. It's like just, you know, end top, 2 words. There you go. Or like all end top, and that's what you do. Then when like the only way they can win is if they backdoor successfully. So then all you got to do is Hearthstone and stop them. I mean, like that's all you got to do. Like if they go to backdoor, this is gonna kill their core. Because it's like a 28-minute column, 100 skull 28-minute column. It will kill their core. So that's the gamble that they make is, well, if we backdoor and kill your core, that's the only way we can win, because this is a death sentence walking towards us. So you just have to be ready to stop the backdoor and just, yeah, Hearthstone back and stop them. Don't get distracted. Like, you can see, like, your teammates they're pushing bottom lane of all things. It's like, why are we pushing bottom? Like, bottom lane is totally irrelevant. As you can see, all of this bottom lane stuff, I mean, it got games over and it got to here. Like, it's totally useless. It's done nothing at all. It's an entire waste of time. Getting those mercs and pushing in top lane is worth it, and then protecting your core if they do try to rush it. And again, you had plenty of warning. You could see them rushing in, like Genji came in, and like 5 minutes later the Malf came in, 5 minutes after that Jaina came in. Like they went in one by one. Very defensible. Very defensible. But yeah, that's there's loads of stuff in this game. Like lots of mistakes, lots of big mistakes. And those are the things you want to look out for, I think, is taking advantage of them and punishing them. Frost Strike is also pretty crap. So I wouldn't take that. I'd change your build. Death Advance and Frost Strike, I'd say no. No. Don't take those. And yeah, that's basically it. Can we show the Arthas stuff? So yeah, we can. Perfect. So Shattered Armor and Biting Cold are both very good. And then, like I said, Anti-Magic Shell. In a game like this, where they have lots of burst damage, can be good. Usually you want Army of the Dead and Legion of Northrend. The standard Arthas build would be Frost Presence, Frozen Wastes. I think all of these are fine. I say Icebound is a bit too difficult to use at this level. I like Rune Tap the best myself, but they're all fine. Army of the Dead, Shattered Armor, Remorseless Winter, and then Legion of Northrend. That's the standard Arthas build, so I'd advise that. And yeah, there's lots of stuff there. But yeah, it's don't pick fights like again. There's a bunch of times you picked a fight, you and the support against the world. You're not going to win. You're going to lose. So don't pick those fights. You and the Zebo against the core. You don't have enough damage there, so you don't pick that fight. So you need to look at that and don't pick these really, really badly losing fights. Pick the winning fights, and then again you'll change the outcome of games when heroes like Jaina just like walking in your face. Punish them. Like you kill if they're out of position, you punish them. That's how you win in silver. Is you stop picking bad fights yourself, and then you punish the enemy team when they pick bad fights, and that will make a massive difference. Yeah, there we go. All right, I think that's enough for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I will see you all tonight on the Squadron stream. I forget what time it is. It's late for me anyway. You'll see it on Squadron, but yeah, we're going to be doing like Team League on EU, so that should be quite fun. So I'll see you guys there, I guess. Guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.